Hello everybody, it's me here coming to drop another video for you guys. This is going to be, I think it's part 4 of what I don't eat, even though it's probably going to be about some stuff that I do eat, but you know, it's just the titles of the video. That's what I first named it, so that's what I'm going to keep naming it. Okay, some of the things that I don't eat is like, well, to start this off, I know I always say I don't eat pork, and um, I don't want everybody to think, well, he's a Muslim, that's why he doesn't eat pork. You know, I am a Muslim, but that's not the only reason I don't eat pork. I do the background check on my foods like you would do the background check on someone coming to rent a house from you. You know, like what do these things eat? You know, what do these certain animals eat? For instance, I don't eat shrimp either. I don't eat lobster. I don't eat any scavenger, to give you guys more of what I mean by that. Now, there's a lot of good proteins in shrimp. There's a lot of good proteins in crab and so on and so forth. But my thing about it is, I don't eat anything that eats anything. You know what I mean? So, like, for an example, this is going to be kind of a hypocritical statement. I worked at a pork plant for many years, since I was 20. That's been kind of in and out of pork plants for real. And I know it's kind of funny because I don't eat pork. I don't have anything to do with it, but I worked with it, you know. And people would always ask me, like, how do you stand it? You know, and it's like, I just, you know, when you need money, you do things that, you know, you really don't want to do. So, with that said, I watched pigs eat pigs. I watched like one pig defecate on the floor and another one eat it up. I watched them drink the other one's pee. I mean, I've seen them do a lot of nasty things. You know, they're a lot of people just like reading about them in books, or you see about them here, there, or wherever. You see them and they make them look all pretty and pink, and they make it look all fun that they play in the mud, but it's nothing like that. Nothing like that. Not even at the farms that they raise them. They raise them in little cells, and I mean, it's a whole nother story. The reality of it, from what they show you in these little books and stuff that they have in these little movies, they're not raised like Charlotte's Web people. I mean, it's a whole nother game. It's a whole nother story out there, and the same thing probably goes for cows. So that's why in one of my other videos I said, if you can get to a Whole Foods or even a Hy-Vee that has an organic section, you'll be way better off. Anyway, those things, I feel like if you eat anything that'll eat itself, or if you eat anything that'll eat anything, then you're putting that in your body. If you've ever heard of the old saying, you are what you eat. So, I mean, that's why whenever people get high blood pressure, the first thing the doctor says is no more pork. That means no more pork bacon. That means no more pork chops. That means no more sausage. You know, because that animal, when it gets stressed, you know, freaks out. It goes into like has convulsions. It goes into stress. It doesn't move. It gets to shaking all over. You know, and it just shuts down. And, you know, then what they do is they shoot it in the back of the head and they process it. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't dead before it started going crazy. So, I mean, and the same thing, you eat that. So when you get mad and you get angry, you know, or something happens, you get mad real quick, or you start snapping off. That's like a reflection of what happens to that pig. If it can control, if it didn't shut down like a human does, if it had the same functions as a human, it would get mad and angry like a boar does. You know, a boar doesn't have the exact same makeup, or a wild pig, I'm sorry, doesn't have the exact same makeup as a tame pig. So, you know, those are angry animals, and I mean, it's pretty much what it is. Shrimp, the thing about that is I don't eat shrimp. Shrimp is like a bottom feeder. It eats everything on the bottom of the ocean. Other fish, crab, whatever's down there, it eats everything. Carcasses, so on and so forth. Those those animals, or those shrimp, are really good in protein, but they're high in cholesterol, real high in cholesterol. So here's another hypocritical thing: people eat the yolk in the eggs, or won't eat the yolk in the eggs because they're high in cholesterol, but will eat a whole bag of shrimp. You know, it's kind of like, you know, okay, why didn't you just eat the egg yolk then? Why, you know, what's the difference? You know, it has the same amount of protein as the egg white, you know, but it also has a lot of cholesterol in it also. So, you know, That's like another thing I researched. The same thing with the lobster, same story. So I mean, there is a lot of things out there that you can eat. We'll do the background on it. Like wild caught salmon is better than raised tank raised salmon. I mean, there's just a lot of little things that become big things when you do it a lot. Like it's kind of like that old story of the boy who cried wolf. The first 2 times he did it, it wasn't a big deal, but that when he kept doing it, it became a big deal. Excuse me, still fighting the cold, y'all. So I mean, I stay away from pork for that reason. I stay away from shrimp for that reason. I stay away from any scavenger for that reason. Tank raised salmon, the water's murky, dirty. I mean, whatever's down there. I mean, they get the chance. They just so they become scavengers themselves. So, or not scavengers, but they're in a position where they can't really live in a natural habitat. So whatever happens in that tank happens in that tank. And I mean, I don't know. So those are some of the reasons why I don't eat those things. There's some other things that I don't eat, but can't really think of them right now. Those are just 2 of the main things, or a couple of the main things that I don't eat. Something that's good for you, like a lot of people say that beef isn't good for you. To a certain extent. For an example, if you can get a grass-fed cow, get some lean beef, and eat that, that'll help you with your testosterone. I know a lot of women are like, testosterone, I don't want any of that, but testosterone is something that helps you drive, helps you build, helps you, people with a lot of testosterone are always amped to do stuff, so that'll help you build muscle, and muscle helps you burn fat. Now, a lot of women are like, I don't want to build any muscle, I just want to get a nice lean body. You need muscle to do that. You need muscle to, everybody already has muscle, but you need lean muscle on your body to burn the fat that you have on your body. The more muscle, the more weight you carry around, the more fat you're going to burn, the more stored energy you're going to burn. It's just how it works. So, so you can eat like grass-fed beef if you can find it. It's a little more expensive, but it's well worth it. Like I said, it'll help you boost your testosterone a little bit, not by a lot, but by a little bit. And I mean, it'll overall help you with building muscle. It's not as high in protein as salmon, or it's not as high in protein as turkey. It's not as high as protein as chicken. So I mean, but I mean, it does have different effects than those other animals. So that's pretty much it. Leave comments, subscribe, what have you. Peace.